So I went to bed at 2:15, woke up probably about 8:50, and then got up at like 8:45. Omar hadn't gone, poo-poo, so, I put my money where my mouth is, and I took him for a walk, and he went. He didn't go this morning when she got up with him at whatever time, 6 or 7, I don't know. And then she took him out again, and he didn't go. He doesn't want to go in the yard, but I took him for a short walk, and he went. So I got dressed, and I took him for a walk. That's number one. Number two, like I said, I'm fasting for 3 days. I fasted on water yesterday plus 16 ounces of prune juice in the morning. I didn't weigh myself ahead of time. Right now I'm 165.8. So we'll see what I weigh Friday morning. I'm not weighing myself every day. I'll weigh myself Friday morning after 2 days of juice fasting. Prune after. See what happens. I'm not reading YouTube comments. I'm not replying to emails. Joe doesn't really associate much with his family, so he doesn't believe in holidays and all that crap from his Jehovah's Witness days, even though he doesn't believe in Jehovah's Witness shit anymore either. He follows the thing that, the holidays and whatnot, that they're a bunch of hooey, particularly the Christmas ones that have absolutely nothing to do with God and Jesus and whatnot. They don't. If you do your history, you will know they don't. They're not even the same dates or anything. Christmas and all these holidays come from pagan rituals from a long time ago, so whatever. All of them, Easter, all of them, so he's probably not doing anything tomorrow. Probably call him. He's not involved in my YouTube. You know what I mean? He's my good friend I've had for 20 years. He's certainly not going to think I'm the horrible person for having my mother share a responsibility for Omar when, she doesn't even have her dog anymore. She she doesn't have to worry about any responsibility regarding her dog, but I'm a horrible person for having her share in the responsibility of Omar. Unreal. I just need a break, I learned the hard way. Now I know I can't. Anybody who's kind to me I can't trust, except for somebody like Waverly Martin, because Waverly Martin has a real avatar and he does videos that proves he is who he says, okay? And he's kind to me, okay? Anyone else? No. I still appreciate the compliments, but I'll take them with a grain of salt, because believe me, I learned my fucking lesson with Stoney and Colin and Phil. But it sucks, so probably give Joe a call tomorrow. I'm not mad at my two friends C and T. I just, you're so quick to just jump down my throat. You think it's not rational to think my mother can't ever go near home. I mean, I'm not always home. And if I start dating or whatnot, I'll be home less, okay? And I'm not, and to say that that I'm wrong to have her take him out to the bathroom when she's home, it's just ridiculous, okay? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know I won't get that shit from Joe, okay? Joe's not going to think I'm a horrible person. He's going to think it's good for her, to take Omar outside to go to the bathroom. She doesn't have her dog. You know what I mean? She has zero response. She doesn't have to take care of her dog at all anymore, okay? I don't think it's the biggest deal that she takes Omar out to go to the fucking bathroom during the day, every few hours, regardless if I'm home or not, even my friends are so quick to friggin' jump down my throat and judge me. Like, it's horrible. God forbid my mother take Omar outside if I'm here because he's my dog. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know, I do a whole bunch of shit, a whole bunch of other shit that helps out me and my mom, okay? And she doesn't have her dog anymore. I need a fucking break. I don't feel like talking to anybody, even online. That's all. I don't feel like talking to anybody, even online. I'm taking a break. It's the holidays. Happy holidays to you guys. Particularly to my friends, you know. Particularly people like Trouble and C. Happy holidays. But I don't feel like at this moment talking to anybody. And I don't have to. I can take a little break. Especially since I'm fasting and irritable anyway. But she's not going to be walking home by herself anymore. Because that, especially since sometimes he doesn't, every once in a while if he didn't go to the bathroom in the morning, she'd take him for a walk in the morning. In the morning it's a bad time to take him because it's all people going to work and cars and everything. I just had to watch out for cars constantly and, you know. It only takes one split second of not being aware. Like I told you, my cousin told me, I wouldn't have known this. She's like, yeah, your mom shouldn't be on the phone when she's walking the dog. She's like, she was talking to me one time and walking over and then said to me on the phone, oh my God, I almost walked into cars. You know what I mean? So that's fine, you know? I share in the responsibility of Omar, like I said. If she did not want to keep him at night, I'm not forcing her. I've asked her, okay, even recently. If she did not want him at night, which includes taking him out in the morning, okay? And also remember last winter, I took him out tons in the fucking snow in the driveway because she couldn't get him to go to the bathroom and I had him out longer trying to get him to go. Okay? I do take care of my dog. She feeds him early in the morning because she gets up and I don't just go to bed early and get up early. You know, and gives him water. It's not a big deal. And then every few hours she takes him out. When she has nothing to do, she goes back to bed, believe me. Because I'll wake up at like 10 or 11 and she's been sleeping. And he goes back to bed with her. It's not some big fucking deal. Like Trouble was making it out to be. Like I just put all the burden of taking care of Omar on my poor mentally ill mother. It's not true. It's not fair to judge me like that. And in the end, it was my own damn fault. Like I said, I've said it already before, you pick your battles. I should have put my foot down regarding the leash on the dog in the house, and I just didn't want to argue. But now, yet the other day was a wake-up call, okay? A couple days ago was a wake-up call that it's a bad accident waiting to happen, even if it doesn't happen for months and months, so no more leash in the house. And she's been remembering to take it off, so she's doing good. Anyway, you know, it just, but I did. I said, there are whole days she's not here. And if I'm here, I'm not always here either. When we're both not here, Omar goes into the bathroom and goes to the bathroom on the floor. That's the way it goes. He also scratches to try to get out, and he's, believe me, all these months of periodically going to the bathroom, he's made a good dent in the side of that bathroom door. But if he ever manages to get through it completely, it just means he'd be able to peek outside. It doesn't, accomplish anything, Because that's it. Like I said, taking a little bit of a break. Particularly since I'm just, I'm disgusted with what happened regarding men who, for months, I feel like my friends are jumping down my throat regarding my mom, and I don't think that's fair. And I'm fasting, so. Believe me, it takes way more. It's way different for me to create videos than for me to read the responses to my videos and reply and think about them, stuff, whatever, Just like it's way different for me to just sit here and create videos than, when I'm responding to comments out on Discus, on Natural News, on MSN, and reading articles and reading tons of comments. That was, so I can learn, what my fellow man is thinking, learn all about it. The other day there was an article, a sad article, this woman's gonna die. She's I guess a well-known country music star, duo with her husband. She's gonna die of cancer. She's on stage 4 hospice, and she won't be able to see her baby grow up and do stuff and whatnot. But of course people are inevitably talking about God and this, that, whatever, and then someone else brought up, well, it's your God that allows this cancer to happen. Then people argue and this, that, whatever. But this one guy was given the kind of arguments that I studied in depth in my philosophy of religion class in college. Like, oh yeah, those are the same kinds of rational arguments, rational types of things. Well, if God doesn't do this, then he's malevolent, and if he can't do it, he's not omnipotent. We studied that shit, and it's awesome, because it's not the stuff that Christians want to ever delve into. They don't want to examine it deeply, so whatever. It's their prerogative, but they are rational arguments, and I studied them in depth in my philosophy of religion class. So, like I said, it's interesting reading comments from my fellow man, finding out what my fellow man is thinking. I'm not always, understandably, all that pleased to find out what my fellow man is thinking, but it's good to know nonetheless. Right? Anyway, I did take Omar out for the walkie, because I had to put my money where my mouth is. I forgot to take my earplugs out. I just threw on my old jeans with the holes in the ass and whatnot, and dressed really warm because it's fucking freezing out. And I took him for a mini walk, and he went poo-poo. Right away. I took him for a longer walk than it took him to go poo-poo, but he went. He just is stubborn, and he's not like Angel. Angel will go anywhere. She'll go in the middle of the street. And like I said, 40% reduction in the bladder stones in Angel, and that's just in a month's time of her having the food. And in the beginning, to make sure she didn't get sick, you start off still mixing the blue basics that she was on. She was on lamb and potato, blue basics. The food's working. Stones are dissolving. But we're not going to keep her on that fucking crap food forever, you know what I mean? After that, they want you to be on it forever. They want you to be on that food to get rid of the stones and then maintenance food for the rest of your life. But I'm going to be looking into alternatives, organic food or whatnot, that won't cause stones and that, you know, designed to not have them happen. But I guess it has something to do with sodium or whatnot. I don't know. In food. But organic can take care of that, you know. If I do some research instead of having her on, you know, Hills for the rest of her life, and Hills isn't that great, you know. None of those are. But it was certainly great news. 40% reduction. I didn't know. That's a big deal. The food's working, it's dissolving the stones. It was another over 200. Plus the angel's having incontinence. She's having dribbling or whatnot. So they say, you know, and the dog person takes care of it, they say, well, you could put her on pills to help with that, you know. It's a huge expense my mom's incurring, but that's the way it goes. Like I said, Omar is 9 almost, February 16th, and we have never had any problems with him. He doesn't even have allergies. So like Donald said a long time ago, we picked you out of a perfect patch of pugs, and Hope used to drive me fucking nuts because she's not going to spend one penny on the dog or even take him to the vets when he's sick, you know. But she's going to be like, yeah, we've had no problems because I pray over him and I pray over him. Oh, go fuck yourself, Hope. Anyway, no problems with Omar, you know. I'm not superstitious, but, you know, can pretend, knock on wood, whatever. We've had no problems. He doesn't even fucking have allergies. I go to Pug Spot and stuff. We're out on that. I put us out on that a long time ago. Back in LA. Just to say fuck you to Donald. You know, fuck you. My mom gave me the $900 to buy Omar and get all this stuff. I pay for everything having to do with Omar. His shots, his vet bills if he ever needs to go, his everything, his flea stuff, and you just usurp, you know, he's your dog and my dog, whatever, you know, so, and I knew, like, Donald, because didn't want my crazy self associated with his dog, you know, so I did it just to fuck him, fuck Donald over. I put us all out, me, tons of pictures of me and Omar, out on Pug Spot, long time ago, when we first got home. How many months? 8 years ago. 7 years ago. 8 years ago, I think. She was a puppy. Never any respect for me, either him or his mother, regarding that dog was my fucking dog. I brought him into our lives. I paid for him. Doesn't matter if I was given the money as a gift from someone who had the money. I bought Omar, my fucking dog. I only put Donald's fucking name on the fucking AKC certificate because Donald was my boyfriend and I wanted to acknowledge that and be nice. Omar's my dog. That meant when I took him, risked my life to take him on March 7th, 2012, I wasn't stealing him, despite what I'm sure Donald and Hope told all their friends and family to the contrary. The crazy bitch stole our dog. Fuck them both. As in Donald and his mom, they deserve each other. Fuck them. Right, Omar? Oh, we'll die without Donald. No, you just love it because you know your son's a fucking prick and you secretly can't stand it. That goes against your religion. You know, you wanna, so you're gonna cling to the fact that Donald's nice to Omar. Yeah, because Donald loves it. Omar worships the ground Donald walks on, just like Donald loved it. I worship the ground he walks on. Everything. Come on. Omar, come on. Everything to please him, and nothing was ever good enough. Just like with my father. Come here. Even Donald's mom recognized. Told her son more than once, you're treating Laura, you're treating her just like her father. I'm not like her father. You're exactly like my father. Exactly, Donald. I had a good guy in Joe, but he was too good. And you're a rotten son of a bitch. Need somebody in the middle. As I've been saying forever. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me show you. Let me show you off. Show you off to you two people. Yes. Yes. Look. You don't want to sit on Mama's lap, do you? Do you know you don't want to sit on Mama's lap? You got the fucking sweater on that's too long, which means you're peeing on it. You need to sew it. I know we have sewing stuff somewhere in this fucking house, but who knows where. Right? Right? Obviously, I didn't walk Omar in this. I put on these cute clothes just to create videos. Remember, I bought these cute clothes in LA when I was pissed off that I got stuck there. I'm going to be stuck here. I might as well make the best of it and wear these cute little clothes and walk around and show off. And I didn't pay that much for them. So yeah, I'm taking a little break from reading comments, reading emails. I didn't even read Joe's emails. My home phone rang yesterday. Joe's the only one with the number. I don't know if it was him that called. I'll call him tonight. I could say I don't know if it's him who's called, because it could be telemarketers, you know. But I will call him tonight just to say, you know, what's going on with you for the holiday. Are you going to be home? We can chat for a while. I really don't want to chat for like 5 hours. That's kind of overwhelming, especially for the fasting. So by the time I come back to YouTube, I'll probably have to reading and interacting with people, reading comments, but not probably have hundreds of comments. It's alright. It's fine. If I need a break, I need a break, you know. Like I said, I now have to know and face the facts that I can't trust anyone who's nice to me. You know what I mean? And that's too bad for the people who are genuinely being nice to me, because you get it? All they can do is be nice to me, and if I'm supposed to always keep my guard up because, you know, can't trust anybody. Well, like I said, I still appreciate the comments and compliments, and you know what I mean? But I'll take them with a grain of salt. I learned my lesson, you know. It doesn't mean I won't interact with new people or whatnot. It just means that the gig is up, which means nobody's ever again gonna have the power to do to me what Stoney, particularly him and Colin and Phil, did. So yes, I did like Stoney the best. He was like the nicest to me. He was consistently nice, even talking about Angel and her stones and telling me to take vitamins. He was just nice. I thought he was a good guy, you know. But if nothing else, I appreciate the vitamin D advice, because I'm going to take, like I said, I bought 5 things of winter sun off the InfoWars. 5 things, each one lasts a month, so I'm good for the whole winter. It's vitamin D3. Speaking of which, it's just real potent, and I think it's better to have liquid than to have pills. And in the winter, I need this shit more than ever. Because even if I'm not officially diagnosed with SAD, you know, that season affective disorder, I told you even when I was with Joe, I would get depressed every winter. It here, you know what I mean? Not in LA. In LA, sure, it got a little bit cold, but big whoop-de-doo. Compared to growing up in Massachusetts, there's nothing. And not just growing up in Massachusetts, you know, coming back to Massachusetts for many years after I graduated from college. I'm still taking my vitamins during my fast, but no food. So no chlorella and spirulina, and no bitter apricot kernels. Just my vitamins. Apple and prune juice are not, they're organic. The prune juice is liquid or organic, and the apple is Martinelli organic. But they're filtered, they're not unfiltered. So, yeah, I hear you, Billy. So, what I'm going to do is just add some of my Bragg apple cider vinegar to each glass of apple juice. That adds, you know, some enzymes, because that's obvious. That's not filtered. It's unfiltered. It's cloudy. It's what you want, and that'll add some enzymes to it, and that's it. Last time I got that organic unfiltered far away. And this time I'm just relying on the supermarket that doesn't have. You can get organic, but it's filtered. You know, and filtered means it doesn't have any of the fiber. It's all, you know, so. That was just a little walk I took over this morning. My mom and I still go for our usual hour walk. And we try to do when it's still light out, but it doesn't always work. And yesterday we were supposed to leave, and then I had to, you know, the prune juice from that morning, even though it would have been hours, was doing its thing, so I had to wait. Far from the madding crowd, far from the madding crowd, which I guess is a famous thing, Thomas Hardy or something, I don't know. I had to look up the word disparate. I was thinking it meant something else, like somebody who's down or whatever. I was thinking disparaging, or no, disparate is, it just means different. So on the cover, when it was saying 3 disparate men, it means uniquely they're all different from one another, and she gets involved in all three at once, and they're all vastly different from one another. But apparently the woman, you know, likes them each for different reasons. But when I read the cover and it said 3 disparate men, I wasn't sure what disparate meant, so I Googled it. God for Google, huh? Even when I'm reading John Rappaport, he likes to use big words sometimes. Most of them I know, you know what I mean? Most of the words I come across in books or online or whatnot, I know. In articles or whatever. I either know them 100% or I can take a guess and figure it out, you know. I know pretty much. I did major in English, you know what I mean? English is my thing. I was an English major in college. I have a BA in English, and I also have done in my life a lot of outside reading. And I got, I didn't get fantastic SAT scores. I think it was, I think my English SAT score is like 1,000 something. Like 1030, something like that. Maybe that was total. I don't know. They were decent. I know that much. Yeah, they had to be, because I didn't have any money to go to college. I had to get grants and loans, and I had to get decent SAT scores, and I got good grades in high school. I don't know. I'm sure I have it somewhere in those boxes, what I got on my SAT scores. I did much better in English than in math, but I still had decent SAT scores, enough to get me into school, so. In the SATs, you have to you can take educated guesses, you know what I mean? You might not know exactly, like vocabulary, you might not know exactly what a word means, but you can discard, say if there's 4, you want to know which one, I mean, if this was so long ago, but you discard whatever word, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can get it down to, it's whatever vocab, like I said, English is my thing, so I mean, you can get it down to, you have a 50-50 chance. You might not be 100% positive, but it's down to 2, and then, Don't they have things like which of these 3 doesn't belong or something? I don't know. Or I forget, it's too long ago, but I know my SAT scores weren't absolutely fantastic, but they were decent. They were solid. They were right. In any case, I was completely wrong about the word disparate. I'll show you, but I was thinking disparaging or something. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. Like I said, it isn't, I'm not perfect. Joe's like, oh my God, any word you can fucking think of, Joe knows. He has a really high IQ. It was taken when he was a kid. Because he didn't like go to he didn't major in English or any kind of crap like that. He's just naturally smart. Any word you can think of, he knows. He'll use these big words when he's talking to me, and I'll be like, what does that mean? No. Or if I mess something up, if I mess something up, whatever, if I'm using a word incorrectly or something, or Joe will correct me. But that black woman, my friend from the shelter, she would sometimes be using a word wrong, talking to me, and damn well I'm not going to correct her. She'd probably jump down my throat. I don't do that to people. Whatever. But I knew she was using the word completely wrong. And when she was talking to me, she was saying blah, blah, whatever, and it's not what that word meant. But I kept my little mouth shut because I don't like to do that to people. I don't like to point out their whatever. Anyway, Far from the Madding Crowd. In this period drama based on Thomas Hardy's classic novel, Winsome Bathsheba Everdeen wins the hearts of 3 disparate men. And I didn't know what disparate meant. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I do know. Disparate, I had no idea what it meant, and I was thinking, does that mean like they're kind of, kind of down, like kind of, not severely depressed, but those kind of men, whatever. No. Disparate means uniquely, like, different from a thing that's totally different from one another. So disparate means that sheep farmer Gabriel Oak, dashing soldier Frank Troy, and William Boldwood, a moneyed older man, couldn't be more different from one another. So I'm glad I looked up the word, because I had it completely wrong in my head what it meant. Like I said, I don't, there's tons of words I don't know. I bet your sweet ass if I read that to Joe over the phone, he'd know damn well what despair meant. But it's all relative, because there's tons of words, like I said, that I know that I've had friends that wouldn't know these words, you know. It's just... I said, I don't know the definition of a lot of big words that Joe uses. In the same way, I can use words that other people might not know the meaning of, you know. So then they wouldn't know some of the words that, those words, plus they would never ever know Joe's words, you know. Yeah, I didn't know what despair meant. I was thinking something totally different. Yeah, Stoney, Colin, Phil, as long as I didn't question them or was glued to anything they said or whatnot, or was, you know, they could tell I was really interacting with them and listening to them, it's fine. But the second I said something negative, which was justifiable, like, because you're trying to act like you have, you know, have a right to tell me what kind of videos to create, just because you're not interested in my sexier videos doesn't mean other people aren't. And then they're denying that they were trying to tell me that, but I have the fucking comments that prove it, you know what I mean? So, that they were, you know, etc., etc. I have the proof. Doesn't matter to disappear from my channel. I have it in my Hotmail, okay? So then, you know, then they're going to tire of the game, because now I am not just being like so appreciative of that they like me and whatnot. Now I'm getting irritated, justifiably. So that's pretty much what went down with them. I see it all now. Didn't see it at the time. Nope, I was blindsided. But like I said, you know, these strangers, they're still strangers on the internet. They can't hurt me the way people in real life, you know, the way my cousin, the way Bobby blindsided me. God, wasn't expecting that one. So, it's alright. I was upset, yeah, 2 weeks in a row, upset. But I'm over it, you know, like I said. You're not going to have that much power to hurt me unless you are really like my in-person friend that, you know. I was still hurt because I was played, and it's humiliating and it's sad to me, and, you know. I have all the comments. Colin's writing to Richard. Oh yeah, this all started because Stoney groaned, oh no, about one of her latest No, that was nothing. It was you fucking prick, who was going along with Richard, who's clearly loving all of it, because you guys are turning against me when you've been nice to me, you know, pretty much consistently for months, you know. It was Colin and Richard. All Stoney did was do that one little comment. I just, you know, and then Phil was joining in with Colin and Richard, but not so cruel. That's what it was. This was not me freaking out because Stoney groaned and said, oh no, not another, oh no, about my latest dance. But no, it wasn't. It was fucking Richard and Colin, and Richard saying, nobody wants to see you with wet hair and talking about your 20 pounds of squash and your dog taking a shit. So fuck you. Some people do want to see me in the towel videos and dancing videos, you fucking prick. But again, that wouldn't have mattered with Richard. It was that my friends, so-called, for months, were going along with him and laughing with him, and that was the wake-up call. That was the first weekend, okay? That was when I did the first set of videos, okay? But Stoney hadn't done anything. I lumped him in, he hadn't done anything, okay? It was Colin and Phil. Colin mostly. And I'm not going to include Richard because he wasn't my fucking friend, okay? Then I'm done with these men, okay? I'm done. I created videos, I'm done. But what happens? What happens? Colin writes to me, please forgive Stoney. He messaged me, he's all upset that you're mad at him. Colin's a fucking instigator, okay? Stoney wasn't sorry or upset that I was mad at him, whatnot, because this past weekend proved that with all the comments he left. Okay, I'm sure he had never messaged Colin. Colin's just a fucking prick. Fucking with me. Okay? But I believed it because, again, about a month ago, whenever, I don't know what it was, the three men upset me and all three apologized in comments. I have those apology comments in my Hotmail. They apologized. Men don't apologize. They apologize to me, reinforcing my belief that they liked me as a person, okay? They apologized, all three. We're sorry we upset you. Colin would even say stuff, my mom, my family taught me, I was taught to treat somebody with a mental illness like they have cancer. It's not your fault, Laura, blah, blah, blah. See, they did all this crap to convince me to really reinforce that they liked me, okay? This wasn't a little thing where I knew them a few days or something and they fucked me over. It was months. And that is why they had the power to hurt me. But it'll never, ever, ever fucking happen again, okay? Total stranger to me who apparently he's never bothered to interact with me or whatnot on any kind of regular basis, anything like that, opened my eyes. And I found out apparently this person's been watching me since 2010 and doesn't want people fucking with me. Thinks I've gone through enough in life than to have people fucking with me from the Kiwi Farms message board or whatnot. Okay. So that's kind of nice. I know there are people out there that aren't going to go out of their way to hurt me, that don't write comments under my videos, don't post comments, don't interact with me, but watch them and aren't having hostile thoughts towards me or anything. But I know that there are a lot of people that all of the above, the opposite is true, They watch my videos to ridicule me, they can't stand me, and they are hostile towards me. Total strangers. Wow. I don't feel that way about anybody. Can't even imagine it. Even people in my life who have hurt me, even my father, even Donald. I mean, I don't spend my every waking moment, just thinking, who the fuck, it all basically just saddens me, depresses me, that these people had to treat me that way, you know, that they were supposed to care about me, supposed to love me, father's supposed to love you, you know. But remember, with my daddy, he had chances, as, you know what I mean? I didn't, you know, excise him from, I didn't remove him and excise him from my life based on how he treated me so rotten as a kid, okay? He had chances as an adult to make amends and didn't do it. Instead, pissed me off more. So, fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck it all, really. That's what I say. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. We didn't watch that movie, by the way, Mama and I. And last night she went to bed. Oh, no, she did not go to bed on her own. It's just that I didn't get caught up in shit in here. I shut my computer off at 11. The night before, she had passed out on the couch, and it was 12:30. Well, now, I had to get her up last night, too. She was on the couch with Omar. But again, no more leash. We don't have to worry about her being on the leash and him trying to jump down and hurting himself. So, luckily, nothing really bad had to happen to, you know, it was a wake-up call Monday, but it didn't, it could have been horrible, and instead it wasn't horrible, and now it was enough of a wake-up call that I'm, you know, not going to have a leash on the dog in the house anymore. And she's been remembering to take it off. I forget sometimes, but I forget for just like, not for hours, you know what I mean? I forget, and I'm go, yeah, we got to take the dog, leash up the dog, because I'm used to not doing it now, because like I said, I gave up because I knew we needed to do it, and then when I'm gone, she doesn't do it, and I'm just like, fuck it, you know? As in when I went to Joe's house 3 months. Just like, alright, whatever. Now, Monday showed me the importance of it, and now I really realize, because I didn't realize that could happen, you know. Where she's on the dog's short leash, she's oblivious, and he tries to jump down because he doesn't understand that she's on his leash, and then he hurts himself, you know, because there's not enough leash, and it snaps his paw or something. So, that's the thing, they don't know. They don't know. C told me a story. She's heard of dogs strangling themselves. Maybe I guess their leash is attached to something or whatever, and they jump down. They don't know that they're not going to reach the floor, that they somewhere, if they're on a table and they jump down. I don't know. I don't really understand what she said, but she's heard of that before. Because it could only be if the leash was being attached. Or maybe if someone's not paying attention and they're holding the leash, say the dog's up on the table at the vest or something, the dog decides to jump down and doesn't reach the floor, there's not enough leash, and then snaps the neck, you know. See, it's just, anything can happen at any time, you know, so better to be as proactive as you can. And since, you know, she has had trouble walking Omar by herself, you know, I can't believe she used to walk 2 dogs. Oh my God, I am so lucky nothing happened to Omar, because she used to walk both dogs at the same time, and that's when I moved in here in 12 and I saw her trying to walk I'm like, oh my God, Mom, you can't walk both dogs. I'm not doing this. You can't do that ever again. It's ridiculous. So that was the end of that. I made sure she never walked 2 dogs at once again. The whole 6.5 months I was in the shelter, she was walking the 2 dogs at once. She could barely handle 1 dog, and she was walking both of them. And if you wonder why I was able to witness that, who knows? I think one time I was going somewhere and just walking with her, and she had the 2 dogs out, you know what I mean? Or I came home from somewhere and she was walking the 2 dogs. It's not that I'm making her walk both dogs while I sit there and twiddle my thumbs. It was a situation where I wasn't going for a walk. This is when I first moved in 2012, okay, when I got out of that fucking shelter. And I thought to myself, holy shit, guardian angel must have been watching down on my mom and these dogs because she can't handle walking these 2 dogs at once. No way. No way. You should have seen. She has Angel on too long of at least Omer's leash is short. Angel's on too long of a leash. She's trying to handle both dogs, especially if one goes to the bathroom. We got cars, you know, walking on the side of the road. I mean, oh my God. That was definitely an accident waiting to happen. Her walking both dogs at once, she can't even handle one, barely. So she will not be walking Homer anymore by herself. And she's fine with it. But she sure as fuck is still going to be taking him out for the bathroom in the yard. And it's ridiculous for anybody to think that that's like a big deal. She has to do it when I'm not home anyway. And she doesn't do it it's not like every 15 minutes you have to put her coat on to go out, you know, it's hours later. If someone comes to the door and I'm home, I told her, get me. Because that's when that's chaos, and trying to get him, he's not going to let you get him. You'll have to chase him around. Someone's at the door. That's the potential, whatever. If I'm not home, she'll have to handle it. There's nothing we can do. You can't, you know, things happen to little kids. You know, you can only be so proactive or protect a child or an animal that's helpless, you know, that doesn't understand so much. Things happen, okay? Anyway, that's that.